Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today, I'm going to be reacting to a new DSX game. I've been requested by JP Spectre N7 to react to DSX Mankind Divided, and I'm going to be starting with part 1 called DSX Mankind Divided Walkthrough. Number 1, Pacifist, No Alarms, Hard, No Commentary by Fallen Foggy. Yes, that's the YouTube channel that created the videos. Fallen Foggy, yeah. Last time with DSX Human Revolution, Adam Jansen, he had choices to make. He lives in a world that is consumed by ideologies, people wanting to control humanity in their own type of way, others wanting to give humanity more freedom without responsibilities, and others want to change the world and view it in their perspective, if I can say that. You have the Illuminati, you have multinational corporations, you have governments that all vying for their own power base and their own interests. And you also have characters like Dr. Reed, Megan Reed, Adam Jansen, the main character, Bill Taggart, David Sarif, and members of Bell Towers, all having their own important activities that they do that they believe are right. They believe that what they're doing is for the betterment of all humanity. And there's also some other organizations out there that we haven't yet truly, or should I say I haven't truly found out just yet. I think we're going to be, finding them out in Mankind Divided. And basically, Human Revolution was a stopgap measure to what's really happening on Earth in terms of people with augmentation and those with no augmentation. The answers were not discovered in Human Revolution. It was only the problem that was exacerbating even further. So with this final game, Mankind Divided, I'm wondering whether there will actually be a resolution to all of this. This debate, this ideological clash between those who are for augmentation and those who are against augmentation. Hopefully there will be a compromise. Hopefully, Adam Jansen, through his own will, his own strength, he can find a way to end all of this. Or maybe, like I've supported, the decisions in Human Revolution, where he ultimately lets humanity to decide for themselves what do they want to do and how do they want to do it, without the involvement of multinational corporations, governments, and mercenary companies, So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's watch the first episode of DSX Mankind Divided. 3, 2, 1, go. It seems like the yellow tint is back with us. So, yeah. Welcome back.
The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree. provided, of course, they had enough money. A new breed of people was emerging, half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I'd just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, a cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself handpicked me for the job. Said he needed me to keep his people safe.
Wow, the cinematic version of these characters they're quite interesting. Although I don't really like how Adam Jansen looks. I kind of like him from how he looked like in Human Revolution. Even with the poster that I've put here in my introduction video, part of the video, you know, I don't really like how Adam Jansen is shown. Yeah, he looks a bit different.
My ex, Megan Reed, was one of them. Brilliant neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Op mercenaries.
That's not how it happened. That's not how it happened.
Stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall.
I remember this, yes.
Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. It took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time, by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs. Obviously, something more was going on. The AUG killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit. The Black Op mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. It wasn't so easy for them this time. I took out the tank named Barrett. Even got him to give me a new lead. A penthouse apartment in China. Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end.
Now that I think about that, why did he stab him in the neck? The guy was already going to die. There was an explosive on him. Okay. Overkill, but okay.
Hengsha Island, China. Home to a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it. Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik, Sarif Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarif's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the triads, Henchen's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation.
This woman was foolish. She was just foolish.
According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Op mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Seraph Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then
she was part of this global group. She wasn't a pawn, she was part of it.
Slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Saraf had been worried about his people. So worried, he'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more. Eliza Cassan, Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad. But when I confronted Cassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit's satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The mercs were led by an augmented killer I'd crossed paths with twice before. Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again. With Fedorova down, and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza told me the mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Saraf if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Saraf was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor turned philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Saraf had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Saraf Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Saraf, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati, and urged me to keep searching. Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front. Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency. Pritchard was able to trace one of the signals to China. Malik and I immediately took off in pursuit. Unfortunately, the Illuminati were one step ahead. Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower associates, seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left at their door, meaning at least one of Seraph's scientists was dead. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Tong pointed me to a port used for human trafficking and helped me slip aboard a Bell Tower ship.
Guys, like, we're really going into detail. We're going into detail, you know, about what happened in Human Revolution. Okay.
We were sailing to Rifleman Bank Station, a military base in the South China Sea. Bell Tower was holding kidnapped civilians as prisoners there, and using them to perfect the Hyron Project, a human-computer interface that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore, and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Seraph's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists, I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir, the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao and was hoping to catch me off guard. Their little ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who'd Seraph had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips to prove his point. All over the world, augmented people flew into a killing frenzy. Darrow had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? Only time would give us the answers.
I wonder if we're going to start with Bob again, you know, discussing, having a meeting amongst other Illuminati members, and then we cut off and we head back to Adam Jansen and his storyline.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
Is that Dubai? Okay.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree.
Then it's not a terror attack. It's not a terror attack, Eliza. How can you say it's a terror attack if the man has got mental instabilities? And, you know, he was going through PTSD, you know, attacking anyone and everyone around him. So how could this be a terrorist attack, really? Because he's not achieving any objective of terrorism. He's not pushing any sort of agenda. So you can't call it a terrorist attack.
Causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are you?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it come.
Hansa?
Agent Jensen! Am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good. Because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our arse and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts that party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
The the wheel for responses are quite short, you know, non-lethal, lethal, and they only give you 2 options. All right, okay.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover.
Guys, I'm sorry, I really don't like how they made Adam Jensen in Mankind Divided. I don't know, just look at him, guys. Compared to what he looks here to how he looks in Human Revolution. No, man. Or maybe it's because he's getting old, I'm not sure, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just... You're not that cool now. Oh, gosh.
If he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
Is this the new Pritchard? Because it kind of sounds like he's going to become the new Pritchard in this story. Okay, welcome.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there. but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call. Less chance of being seen and compromising Singh that way. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said that Jin are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
I'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
Task Force action.
2029.
This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
This task force is Interpol, right? I think I heard that's what these guys are. Interpol soldiers or special operations forces. Yeah. That is still cool. That is still so cool. Oh, you go, Adam. Haha. Wait, is he still part of Sarif Industries or has he left? Is he now part of Interpol? Is that what's going on here?
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building.
I like the graphics so far. This is amazing. This is amazing. With the Dubai, what do they call it? The Abu Dhabi Tower, you know, being the centerpiece in the city, and you see the sun behind it like that. That's nice. I like that. Okay, let me just write down this guy's name. Director James Miller.
The access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
They really, you know, improved on the graphics with this one, with Mankind Divided, compared to Human Revolution. Although it did kind of have the same type of texture to it, so I feel very familiar with it, you know, because I've been watching Human Revolution for so long. So yes, it's an improvement, but it also feels as if it's still the same, you know, form of graphics that they used in Human Revolution. So no one came to claim these bodies, they just left them here, just to, you know, biodegrade, just no proper burial, nothing, just leave them as they are. Wow. Is there someone in that toilet? Oh gosh. Typhoon ammo. What is this? Alright. So now they're using the Typhoon weapon system on the battlefield. Okay, alright. Sarif Industries must be making a killing with this technology that they have developed. Hopefully the cocktail is far more potent, you know, in terms of neutralizing the target. Not killing them, but, you know, making them fall asleep fast. We don't want this person to be running around alerting others before he or she falls on the floor and sleeps. You know, like in the previous DSX, the first DSX, in fact. The character was able to use tranquilizers, but, you know, the people who were tranquilized never fell to the floor immediately and, you know, were unconscious. They first ran around alerting everybody else and then they collapsed to the floor. So hopefully this one will be far more effective. It has no effect on robots and turrets, okay? Energy meter. Okay. I don't think we had that in Human Revolution. I think that's a new mechanic here. Okay, so one is for your stamina and then the other one is for your health points or health meter. Yeah. Okay, do you have like an EMP grenade for, you know, inorganic targets like robots or even some augmented people? Don't you have like an EMP kind of grenade that will neutralize the electronics? I think you're also going to need that because mainly the weapons I see here only affect, you know, people, no, just people, but not robots and probably not augmented human beings. You know, it's mainly just organics. So yeah, he needs something that can also deal with machines and augmented people because he is going to be dealing with that stuff here too, I'm assuming.
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck!
Wait, let me just write down your name. Duncan. Yeah, I think Duncan is the new Pritchard, guys. I think Duncan is the new Pritchard. He kind of has that attitude about him. And it looks like he's also teasing. He's teasing Adam Jansen just like how Pritchard was.
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. We're gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
Don't these construction workers have families? Wouldn't they want their bodies back? How could they just leave them here like this? Wow. Okay, Qasim Mir, hopefully that's how you pronounce his name. I was working on the fan system when we lost power, stuck in here, but I think that means they can't get me. They're killing everyone. They started screaming and attacking anything that moved. Where are you? Oh, okay. If you can make it up to the storage area of the roof, it's caged in. You should be safe there. Might even have some medical supplies. Door code is 4801. Be safe, friend. Okay. From Kalim Corey. Okay. Is that a sandstorm? Oh, they did say there was a sandstorm coming in. Wow. I guess global warming is still a situation occurring on Earth in 2029. I guess what Darrow was trying to do in terms of reversing global warming has failed because, you know, he had other things that he wanted to deal with first. So I guess we're still on for a world completely changed by global warming. Because I'm not sure if sandstorms like this actually occur in Abu Dhabi. I'm not sure. Anyone who lives in Abu Dhabi, you guys can tell me in the comment section, or anyone who knows about the weather system and the environment of the United Arab Emirates, you know, you guys can tell me, like, do sandstorms like really occur near the ocean like this? Yeah, because I know Dubai is on a was built in on a desert, right? It's a desert city, but I've never heard of any sandstorms occurring there, like never. So yeah, this is new to me. Why are they just stuck there? Like, what's preventing them from being thrown over the balcony? What's going on? Credits. We don't use... Oh, is that like a globally accepted currency now? Credits? Okay. What is MMB? So I'm assuming Adam Jansen is going to be able to buy things with these credits that he's collecting. I don't think in Human Revolution he had the capability of buying anything. I don't think so. I didn't see the gameplay ever showing that. So this is also a new thing. I wonder what is he going to be able to buy? Maybe guns or the stimulus, health package, or the stamina package, probably for that, or maybe to improve his armor or his augmentations in other various ways, probably. Yeah. $510 what? What currency is that? Is it the credits or is it something else? Virtual money, maybe? Yeah. So he has the option to hack into the door, or he can break it down. Alright. I'm sure breaking it down would cause like alerts. It would alert everyone that's inside the building that something's going on. So, accessing the codes to, open the door might be much more convenient, and you'll be able to move into the base or into this hotel much more silently. Yeah. Connor Banks from Waras Nuri. Okay, Connor, our investors are getting nervous. Some of them have begun to seriously consider cutting their losses and pulling out of the project. Hell, it was my money and I will do the same thing, okay? I'm fairly certain that the Desert Jewel is not going to be complete by the delivery date. I don't have to remind you that this would be the 5th time we've missed a date. The 5th time? I thought you augmented people would be able to build things extremely fast, but okay. And that will mean I need a way out from Wabi Tasha sinks. Before Wabi Tasha sinks, okay? I need your help. Okay. Can you meet me in New York? Okay. You know, that code, I would have never noticed it. I would have passed it by a long time ago. And I would have also bashed through the wall because I wouldn't have known the code. Or through the door, sorry. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. You know, giving you the option to do a tutorial on how to do this obstacle course, and then they take you back to that exact spot where you left off to do your tutorial. That's interesting. Usually, you know, with games, they give you your tutorial first in the beginning of the game. Once you've completed your tutorial, then, you know, you are set on your way to play the rest of the game. But here they kind of mixing it all together in one like that. That's nice. Nah, it wasn't really that cool. You know, like in Human Revolution, ta 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 kata. But here it's just done. Okay, all right, Adam. I can see you can still drag people. I wonder where to exactly. I don't see any dustbins or anywhere where you could throw these dead bodies, but yeah, it's interesting to see that that mechanic is still here too.
خلينا ننهي هذه الصفقة ونطلع منها. في أخبار جديدة؟ هذه المنطقة آمنة.
Okay, so tranquilizing is still not really immediate. The guy was still standing and wobbling. I mean, he could have been shouting for help. So yeah, it's not really that foolproof. Man, the modeling for these guns, it's so crisp and clear, and you can just see the minute details, you know, the writing and the other little contraptions on the gun. They really worked on this. Okay, so we've got some drugs here. This is nice. I really do like the detailing of these things. It's very nice. So anything that's highlighted, you can move away. Like the boxes that we saw there, they were highlighted with some like a white outlining to it. So I'm assuming anything like that, you can just pick it up and toss it aside, and probably you'll find something. Yeah. Or you collect something from the from the boxes that are highlighted like this. Yeah. So I'm guessing Fallen Foggy is just checking through every nook and cranny for anything that's of value, like ammo or credits or anything else that he might miss. Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's like a newspaper. Oh, no, not a newspaper, a tablet of some sort. Very thinly made tablet. Interesting. Just looks like a piece of glass, and you just have all that information on it. Okay. Alright, Tehran welcomes you and representative. Rampaging augmented laid waste to many regions worldwide since the incident. Assad plans to visit many devastated Arab nations. Okay, hopefully she told the reporters gathered at the tarmac. The report submitted to the UN at the end of the journey enabled Security Council members to reach a wise and well-reasoned and unanimous decision on the debate of drastic steps to curtail the global violence. Okay. There's still a lot more to read on that tablet, and I will get back to it after I'm done with the reaction. A beer? You can drink beer now?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I am so lost on how you're supposed to hack. I am so lost, but yeah, it's cool. It's really, really cool.
Access granted.
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
Solid copy. Just jump.
انت اللي عملت كده؟ متأكد؟
You can never make mistakes if they give you this type of option of doing the tutorial before continuing on with the main game. Yeah, I don't think you can ever do mistakes here. Although I don't think you'll be given that option indefinitely throughout the game, you know, because essentially you are seeing into the future, you know, preparing yourself on how to move, where to move, what to do, and then you just say exit out of tutorial, and then you're back in the main game, and then you're able to do it, knowing fully well that everything is where it was, like in the tutorial. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be continuing on for the rest of the game, but it's a nice addition. Yeah, like I said before, it's different.
القائد ده راجل مش تمام وما عندوش شرف.
كل اللي انا عايزه ان اخرج من مكان الكئيب ده.
installed the signal booster already?
عشان المخزن من المخازن اللي موجودة على السطح عشان تكون بعيدة من الرمل.
Good. There is too much riding on this deal. Last thing we need is the comms breaking down.
فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. You want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts. But I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
Duncan, wow.
That was fast. You installed the signal booster already?
عشان المخزن من المخازن اللي موجودة على السطح عشان تكون بعيدة من الرمل.
Good. There is too much riding.
Okay guys, that's it with the first part of Deus Ex Mankind Divided walkthrough number 1 by Fallen Foggy. And yeah, we're back with Adam Jansen. We have 2 new characters, director James Miller and Duncan McCready. Duncan McCready, I've said it before, he kind of seems like a new Pritchard. I'm not sure about director James Miller. I'm not really sure about him just yet, but he kind of seems like he's also a good guy. Yeah, Adam Jansen is, you know, helping out Interpol, I'm assuming, you know, in destroying some terrorist organizations or terrorist groups or mercenary groups, you know, wanting to acquire augmentation technology. The main one is Jin. Yeah, that's what they call themselves, Jin. That's interesting. Interesting name to call yourselves. And yeah, there's some arms dealers or augmentation dealers like Shepard who are trying to make a meeting with these organizations, selling their merchandise to them. And Adam Jansen, along with Interpol, they are, you know, making sure that this deal does not happen, and they're probably going to try and arrest Shepard, you know. And yeah, it was a nice introductory mission. It's not yet complete, like we've only just started with it, but it has a very nice beginning to it. The viewing of Dubai in the distance, you know, with the Abu Dhabi Tower and the sandstorm that's coming in was quite beautiful. And you know what's going on in this abandoned hotel is just kind of like the stuff of horrors, you know, seeing all these bodies all around. Many of them look like they're decayed already, you know, decomposing. And yeah, it's just an interestingly weird place. Yeah, it's okay. It is going to take me time to get used to seeing Adam Jansen the way he is. I think maybe because he's older now. Yeah, he just looks a bit different. He looks like a bit different with the face. Like, I'm not really okay with that, but I'll get used to it eventually. And guys, I guess that's it. That's it for tonight with Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Remember, if you want to check out the original video, the playlist will be the playlist link, as well as Fallen Foggy's YouTube channel links will be in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be updated with my latest videos, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye bye.